Hey, what's up, guys? Ernest O'Dell here, and we are going to have a live build on the GDI Power Team tonight. Anthony, you may have to refresh your page if you're watching. Click on the notification. If you are watching this, you should see it live on my timeline. Just do not send a chat in the messenger box, but make a comment on my timeline under the video. Okay, if you have a comment or a question, type it here in the comments. Right under the video here, in the comments under the video, leave a comment there. Right there. Okay. And I'm going to check Mary. Mary, it's on my timeline. On my timeline. Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to share my screen here since we're starting a little early. I'm going to share this with audio, and you will see this right here. And I am going to open up this new website that we are building called SaveAPet.ws. We're going to do a live build right now. What you're looking at on this screen is the framework. Okay. And let's see if, okay. You should be able to see it now. Put a comment below in the comment under this video and let me know you're here, okay? Just say hi and where you're from. If you're from Lubbock or Dallas or coming in from YouTube, I am broadcasting on 8 channels right now. So we are on 4 Facebook channels, my timeline, and the group. On Twitter Periscope, and also on 3 YouTube channels. Okay, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab over here on my timeline, since some people are trying to find Dan. Good to see you here, watching from Houston, Texas. Yes, indeed. Dan, glad to have you here. Dan Fox, he is one of our big team leaders over at Traffic Wave, works closely with Brian Rooney and Mary Moores Anderson from Dallas, Texas, and my sweet Angie Calderon from the Philippines. Okay. Mary says, I can see it. All right. Yay. Okay. We've got a few people coming in, And what I'm going to do is grab this link here real quick and copy the link address, and I am going to send this over to Anthony. And tell him click this link. This is all kind of new to Anthony, using, and Tito, that's my boy Hans. He's using his auntie's phone. Hello, Hans, my sweet boy. Love that boy. He's a good kid. And now I'm going to close this and wait for Anthony to get on before I actually start. And what we're going to do tonight is take a raw WordPress website, and earlier today we installed the WordPress software and the basic framework. When you first start working with WordPress and you install a theme, you're going to see the title, site title, just another WordPress site, hello world. Okay. Now, first thing, I'm going to log in right here on SaveAPet. Scratch one of those. Sorry about that. And we took and put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 themes on it. We installed 6 themes. This one we have activated. So if you are looking at the website at saveapet.ws, you're going to see this, okay? Click back up here on the site name and it'll bring you back to the dashboard. Click there and it'll take you back to the preview. Click here again and it'll bring you back. Okay, so it's kind of like doing this. Scroll down here and click visit site. It'll give you a preview, and then go back, scroll down to dashboard, and bring you here. If you ever want to change themes, you come in here and select another theme, or you do a search by clicking on add new, and then you search for a theme by subject. We could do something like this and put an appointment booking site up there. We could take a preview of it, but we're not going to do that, okay? We're just going to go back to themes, what we have installed, and we're going to click on customize. This is where you would go in and put your theme settings. And the name of this theme is Pet Care Pro, but we're not going to be doing a pet care. What we're going to be doing is setting this up for SaveAPet's life, pet rescue, rescuing dogs and animals along that theme, okay? They do have a pro version, but we're using the free version. Theme settings and typography, we can select the typography up here on the head, but we're not going to do that right now. We're not going to change that. We can change that later. what we're going to do is we're going to go back here, click on post. First thing we're going to do is we're going to delete the template that WordPress puts on there, and then we're going into trash and delete that permanently. Okay, so now we don't have any posts on here. So if we go back and look at the website, we see it has nothing, no posts. Okay, so we'll just go back here, go back to the dashboard, and we look at pages. We're going to delete the sample page. Okay, this right here, we're going to leave the privacy policy up here for a while. You can preview it here and see the privacy policy has got some suggested text, which you do it. But we're going to work on the privacy policy later, some other time. Okay. Go back to pages, and we see that we've got the sample page up here, and we're going to delete that. And what the pages will do is this will basically, once we make a page live, it will go up in this section up here. Okay. This right here is a search button. So if somebody wanted to search on that page for a particular topic, they could. So what we're going to do is we're going to click page. We're going to leave this. If you come in here, you'll see that it's just a draft mode. So it's not going to show up. All right. Now we're going to add a new page to the top menu bar. And we're just going to type in, we're going to close this. If you want to become familiar with using the block editor in WordPress, it's not as difficult as Elementor, although Elementor is, you can learn it given time, but this is much easier. And you can click through this and make each block your own and use it kind of not drag and drop, but it's click and plug in. So we're going to put in home, enter, and we're going to publish that and then publish again. Okay, so the home link is now live. If we go back here, click on this, nothing is up here. So let's go back to the pages. And we'll do a quick edit, and it's published. Main content, no parent. Okay, the default template. Let's go back and add a new page. We're going to put contact us. Press enter, click publish, and then publish again. Okay. And we're going to go back. I think that is the home button. Okay. Let's go back. We want, let's see, what else would we like for a page? All right. Let me see it over here on the other computer real quick. Okay, I don't see Anthony showed up yet. Anthony, if you are watching the video, put a comment down below. I'm going to show you where. This is the live stream video going right now, so I'm getting a live stream of myself, all right? And we put a comment right here, just under this video, and I'll highlight it so you can see it. You will see it, the notification come up when I went live. You should have seen it over here on the bottom left, okay? So I'll be going back over here. We got contact us, and then I want to build a menu with these pages, all right? And let's see, what else would we put up there? We can put a page up for add new, and we'll say blog, okay, and publish. All right. We'll put up one more page, and we'll say donate. Publish and publish. Go back. All right. Let's refresh that. Now we see all the pages, and we'll put them in order when I put a menu up. Okay. Now we can go back over here to this right here and click on customize. We don't have any menu items up here yet. All right. But what we're going to do is go back, and we're going to go to customize, and we're going to site identity. We're going to change this default that WordPress puts in from just another website to save, get involved, and save and SaveAPet's life. Okay. And up here you see a preview of Get Involved in SaveAPet's life. Then the site title is up here. Up here we can select a logo, and you can find a logo and upload a file. We could come up here and click this little Adopt Me and put that up there. It's a little big, so that's probably a little too big. So I'm going to size this down a little bit and crop it. And then we're going to crop the image and see where that goes. It would go up here, okay? SaveAPet's life, Adopt Me, okay? Now, we can change that. We can come over here and click on the site title, and that would take the site title out. We don't want to do that. We want to leave the site title in, so we'll check that box again. Here is the tagline. We click that off, and you see your tagline up here disappear. So we're going to turn this back on. All right. Get involved in SaveAPet's life. And the site icon is that little picture that comes up here in the corner of your tab. All right. So we could put Anthony's picture up there. Select, and we could bring it down and crop it a little bit. Well, I think that's about it. Let's say crop, and there it is. You see it up there. That's Anthony's personal picture. We could put that up there. We could put, a picture of a dog. We can always change this right here. Okay. And we go to publish, and that will go live. We'll back up a little bit, and let's go to look at it on a live preview. And that's kind of big, so we could size that down. We go back, click on Customize, go to the Theme Settings Site Identity, and take this and we're going to edit this image, and we're going to crop it down to, let's say, 150. No, I'm sorry. I don't want that. That's the aspect ratio. I don't want to change that. We'll say 150 by 83, and we're going to scale it down. All right. And then update that. And then update it again. And we'll go back and look at go back and redo this. Doesn't always do what I want it to do. So let's go back and customize that again. Okay, that is a little bit smaller. So that's a preview. All right, theme settings, typography, theme color option. We're not going to change any layout settings, and the button options, we're not going to change any of those right now, or the slider settings. We're not going to change anything here. So right now we can size down the logo a little bit, size it down some more, and make it a little bit smaller. Okay. And then we publish. Okay. Go back here and close that. And click on this. And now it's a little bit smaller, so it's not taking up so much room. You click that, it just brings you back to the home page. Okay. All right, now let's see. Look over here on the other computer and see if anybody is leaving any questions or comments. I don't see anybody. Don't know if Anthony is on this call or not. I don't see anybody. So this is all kind of new to him. And now we're going to go back over to the appearance and customize again and look at header image. And this is where we don't have a header image set up. You can upload an image file. It works best with a header image. We could add a new image up here, and let me just shoot that one up there for right now. Select and crop, and take the whole thing and actually skip the cropping. That would be the header image up here. Okay. Now you can randomize, add new images, and have a header up here, SaveAPet's life, but it's kind of overlaid with this site picture. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that picture and hide it, take that out, and go back to background image. We're going to select an image. We're going to select this one, choose that. And now, instead of tiling, we come over here and we're going to fit it to screen. It's still tiled. Now we're going to say fill screen, and we're going to change it from transparent background to with background, and go back to publish, go back here and look at the website, do a preview of it real quick. And we need to move this over and change the font color. So this is, you know, as you post more posts up in there, this would of course scroll more, and we want the background to stay where it's at. So let's go back over here and change this. Go back to the background, and we want to fill screen. Okay, and it's in the background. Publish. Go back over here and preview it again. That's a little bit better, but it's still covering up the puppy, and I want this more centered. So what I'm going to have to do is come back and do another background. And we're going to change it to custom, scroll with page. I want to repeat the background image. Let's see what that does. Okay, go back. Sometimes you just have to keep playing with this until it fits right. So we still don't have a good fit. Go back and do the background image again. We don't want to repeat that. We want it to not scroll with page. We want this to scroll up and down and the background stay. Okay. Move this over. Fill screen. Okay. Now, of course, I'm on a monitor that has a little bit different resolution. So what I can do is log in and share the screen from the other computer. And it would probably give you a little bit better resolution. Excuse me. Let me get a little drink here. All right. Go over here and publish this for the time being. And close that and take a look. And we're going to fix this in a little bit. Just go back here. First thing I want to do is go into the plugins. We want to delete those two plugins and delete that plugin. Okay. And we would go into adding new plugins. We will eventually put in some plugins. Okay. We would install the SaveAPet. There are a number of plugins that you would probably want to use in this. So I would say SaveAPet spam protection and activate that. As you set up your SaveAPet account to enable spam filtering on this site. And name your price, get personal. So we're not going to do that right now. We're going to come back to plugins, and we're going to deactivate and delete. We'll install plugins later. Okay. There are several plugins that I'm using on other websites that would be good here. Okay. And on the comments, we don't have any comments yet. I got pages. Let's go back down to appearance and menus. And we're going to take donate, blog, contact us, and home. Select all. Add it to the menu. And we're going to put home in the first slot, blog, and then donate. And we're going to click on remove this one. Okay. We don't need to contact us. We only need one. We'll remove that. And we've got home, blog, contact us, and donate. Take this one, remove that. Got two donates, we're going to remove one. Don't want to do the sub item. You can move these over into sub items. Okay, remove, and we'll call this the main menu for our back office here. We will create the menu and go back to SaveAPet's life. And I don't see the listings up here, so let's go back and get into menus, select all, add to, display location, primary menu, automatically add new top level pages to this menu. And save menu, I didn't save it before, did I? So now let's go back and look at that again. Should be in white, there it is. Okay, home, blog, contact us, donate, donate, blog, contact us, home. So now we got to take some of those out. You got to remember to save your work. Menus. Now I'm going to take this, remove, click on this, remove, click on this, remove, and click on this and remove. So now we have home, blog, contact us, and donate, save menu. Okay, and this should go back. And now we have 4 items in our menu. Here we don't have any posts about nothing. Okay, so let's go back here. Okay. Now, we're going to close this, and we're going to go back to looking at the website. So now what we need to do is go in and see about changing our post, and let's go and create a new post, add a new post, and say something like, welcome to SaveAPet. Now, Here, we're going to use an image, and we're going to put something from the media library. And we're going to select that, and we're going to use a small picture right here. And then we're going to put in some text, and we can use let's see what we have here. Then you just start typing, okay? Right here. Pet adoptions are on the rise in the United States. More people move around. They tend to lose track of their fur babies. Don't let this happen to your furry children. Okay, and we're just going to put a real short publish, and it's public. Go back here and look at here, and then we have a summary. We have a summary of welcome to SaveAPet, and pet adoptions are on the rise. Here they can click this and go to read more, and it will take them to the main post, and however long that post is, it'll go up and down. Here we've got a place where people can leave a reply. So we're going to go back and look at the customize theme settings, typography. We're going to select a color, and we're going to choose white. All right. See what that does. No fonts. Let's see what Sacramento looks like. Okay, that's that one up there. We don't want to change that. All right, so I want to go back. Layout settings. Don't want to change that. Want to go back to typography and choose, excuse me, look at a Varela round. That's a little bit better. Paragraph font size. Excuse me, folks. We don't want to change any of this. Tag fonts, H1 color, H1 fonts. Don't change any of that. H1 font size, H1 color. Let's go to white, so it can be easily read against the background. And let's go ahead and publish this, take a look at it and see what it looks like. Go back over here and click on a preview. All right. There's SaveAPet. And we don't have any up here. We want to change some of these over here. Click back here, go into post. We're going to do a quick edit, and we're going to turn off comments. Update, and we'll put tags in there later. You can always come back and do a quick edit And you can add new categories by going into your category settings, which are over here on settings, tools. Let's see, where would I find my category? There they are. Categories right up here on all post. So I come in here and I would put in pet, adoption, enter, homeless, pet, abused animals, cats, dogs, service dogs, if you want to write about service dogs. What do we call rescue dogs? Rescue dogs, rescue cats. Okay. Now here's some categories that I just plugged in. We can always take some of these out. And uncategorized is always one of the plugs, and it'll make its own slug. Okay. So if we go back to the post, we could come in here and do a quick edit and select, you know, these posts right here by using the tab button and then the space bar to highlight that. Here and click that and unclick uncategorized. Tags are a little bit different. Tags are like keywords, okay? So we would find a set of keywords that would be appropriate to this article if we had it much longer. We'll update that and go back to the blog post and do a preview. And we'll see that it's got categories up here, doesn't have any tags yet. And this is, you know, when someone comes to your website and they want to look for articles on abused animals or cats or rescue dogs or homeless pets or service dogs, they can click on that and do a quick search for category service dogs. And now we've got this up here, you know, in white where it can be seen. So as we go through the development, this takes anywhere from, it can take 2 to 8 hours, sometimes 10 hours to build a site out. Okay. Now, all right. Let's go back. I had to send Anthony a message and let him know that I'm not ignoring him. I just don't take messenger calls when I'm doing a live stream. Okay, now we'll go back over here. And one of the okay, do me a favor, Anthony, and we've got a comment from Robert Brooker up in Toronto, Canada. He says, I got caught up being a little productive on LinkedIn, and I have Clubhouse planned, and I'm indulging myself by offering my opinion freely without being a speaker. Yeah, it is amusing, Robert. Lost track of time. I did watch a webinar or two, but it was one I have seen before, almost exactly the same. I like it. It is Paul Mahoney. And then, of course, here is a long, Robert tends to put long comments. Okay. I can still see you do your thing. No worries. Okay. Now, Anthony, when you do me a favor, you're watching it now, right here below the video, type in your name, introduce yourself, where you're located, Lubbock, Texas, or Johannesburg, South Africa. Type it down below in the comment block to let people know that you're here and watching. That way I can highlight it. Now, I'll get back over here and get back over to the blog, right? One of the nice things about WordPress back here is you can write your first blog post by just clicking here, and it'll take you straight up to, you know, adding another blog. All right, we're not going to put anything there because we already got one post up. So if we wanted to get a list of keywords, and I think I have some keywords over here in over here on my E drive. Okay, let's see. I think I put it over here in Anthony's folder. Yeah, here's some keywords. Okay, and we've got those right there. And I'll just highlight those and copy them. And I'll go back to quick edit and paste in those keywords. Okay, and we'll do an update. And now we see all these keywords here. Okay, so that's one quick way. I've already had a list of keywords put together, so you know I could use that on our first post. And we'll go back and look at the post, look at the website again. Now we see categories, and up here we click this and bring this up. We see all these keywords down at the bottom of the article, okay? And your main article would be in this section here below your picture. You know, you always want to put pictures in. And of course, this one here, it did tend to put everything centered. So what we would do is go back to the post, and we're going to do an edit. We take this and make sure that the margins are not set to center, but make sure there's back flushed to the left. Okay, and let's update that. And you can do a preview here of that post. Open it up in a new tab and see it here. And for some reason, it's putting it on this bottom here. It's centering it. So probably something in the code I'll have to check, okay? We'll close this and go back. And if you wanted to trash that, you could just trash it and delete it and do another one. But I'm going to leave the welcome up there because we still have a lot of work to do. And I'm not going to sit here for 2 hours, 8, 10 hours. This will take some time to build this out. I've got 5 other blogs that I've spent at least 2 hours just building the framework. Okay. If somebody comes up on your blog and they leave a comment, if you have your allow comments turned on, you run the risk of spammers using robots to spam your blogs. They do. They don't always just find blogs with your keywords. but they have robots programmed to do this stuff, so you don't want to, you know, always leave comments. You can always have, we'll build in, you know, what we'll do is we'll build in a link for contact us, and we'll have a contact form in there. Here we'll give them a place to donate. We'll have a widget in here for donate. Over here, we really don't need a blog, but we could, and then we could make the home a static page. And I may turn this into a static page where this will be up here, so if people do want to read the blog post, they can click on blog and then go to the blog. All right. So this is going to take a little bit of programming work, but once it's set up, when you want to come in and post a new blog, if you're the owner and the administrator, you log into your account. What I'm going to do is I'm going to log out first. Okay. And I'm going to go back to SaveAPet.ws. And this is going nowhere. Well, it's going to empty page. This is going to an empty page. This is going to an empty page. And this will take you back to the blog. We should actually take this and call it blog. Or take that menu item out. Okay. So we want to go back and see any recent comments. We can come down here and click on read more. If we had the comments turned on, we could plug that in. What I like to do is plug in the Facebook comments, because that way, if they leave a Facebook comment and they click post it on Facebook, it goes to their timeline, not yours, not the owner's page. It goes onto their timeline. They might want to share one of your articles with their friends on Facebook or social media. So let's go back and log in. And go back into the inside and click on post, do a quick edit, and we're going to click on this to allow comments, update, and we're going to go back to click here, and we'll go back to read more. And now down here you'll see where there's leave a reply, and we need to change this and highlight it. And this, of course, is logged in. We're logged in as the owner. But if you're visiting, what we would do is come over here as a visitor and come back to SaveAPet. And we're looking at the summary of a post. They click on that. Then they can leave a reply. Your email address will not be published. Required fields are marked, you know, with an asterisk. So I say, I lost my puppy. Where is he? Being funny, okay. And I would put in my name, Ernest O'Dell, email, and my website is http ernestodell.ws, and I could save my name, email, and website in this browser for the next time I comment on any post, and it would be there. Okay. Now this background image is going to be on every page. All right, and they can reply to my comment. All right. Now this is showing it as waiting a moderation, because everything is, it would appear that it's sitting there waiting for approval to the person who posted it but it won't show up to the rest of the world until the owner actually approves it. So let's go back and log in. So if you get an email notification that you've got comments and you see that you got one comment, you could see this, that it was left by somebody that you might know, you might not know, all right? And you could either approve it or delete it, throw it in the trash, or mark it as spam and block them from your website because it's got their IP number, all right? Or you could do an actual quick edit of their comment, all right? And we'll say update. Or you could reply to their comment and send a reply to them here. You could approve it, and then it would show up, and you could also come back and unapprove it. So let's go back and log out, and then go back to the live site, not as a logged in. And this is where we have to start changing some of the colors because we're using colored fonts against a background that is hard to read, all right? So this is where, you know, you've got to work with either a plain white background or work with fonts that will change against the background. And you see one thought on welcome to SaveAPet, or one reply, one comment. And it says March 14th, you know, I lost my puppy, where is he? And then, you know, somebody can come in there and reply. Another visitor could come in and reply. Or you, the person who put the comment there, could come in and reply, okay? So we're not going to do that. We're just going to go back in. We're going to log back in. And, you know, the owner would come in here and see a comment with a number up there. You can say, delete that comment, and then go up here to the trash and delete it permanently, or restore it, or mark it as spam if you want to block that person, or you want to block those robots from posting, because they do, they go out. And if you're not actively posting on your blog on a regular basis, the spam bots will overrun your bandwidth and your disk space, and they will fill your blog up full of spam, okay? So we're going to delete that for right now. And when it comes to some of the settings, you know, you want to go in here and look at your settings and make sure that everything is set. Now, right here, this is set to new user. If you add a new user, if you add membership, you click that, people can, you know, come in as a subscriber, and they would be notified of every post that you put up. So you could put, you know, that right there, anyone can register, and it would give them a place to register on your blog. So let's go ahead and save that and see what it does. Okay, go back. Let me log out. And we're going to go back to SaveAPet. And up here, I think this is the home tab. That takes them to the first post. Yeah, okay. We'll go back to home. And we'll discuss some of these entries fee. Now here they got the registration button. So I did set, I made it available for people to register. So they could register for that site. And let's say Ernest O'Dell wanted to register there, and I put in my email, and then I register. Registration's complete. Check your email, then visit the login page. So I would go in here to my Gmail if I wanted to register and click there. Check my email, WordPress, login details. It would give me a login key to set your password. I would do that right there. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to log back out. Now that's, if you want people to come in and contribute. Okay, I'm not going to log in there. I could, but let's just go back and log in as administrator owner. Okay, we're going to go back into users, all users, and I see Ernest O'Dell set there. I'm going to delete that, and I'm going to confirm deletion. That's if you want to have co-contributors, you can do that. Until you get yourself kind of more focused and adjusted and used to using this, I would go in there and turn that off. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to the settings, general settings, go back to anyone can register and uncheck that, and then save. So we don't want people registering as a contributor unless you make them a contributor manually. All right. Reading, you can set blog posts to 10 posts per page. We can set the home page as a static page and select the home or blog. Let's just say home. Post page, you can put that up there. For each post in a feed, include the summary or the full text. You don't want to check this box here. If you check this, that discourages the search engines from indexing your site. I'm going to leave that unchecked because you do want search engines being able to, search your site. So I'm going to just put this back to latest post and save the changes. And we're going to leave it on full text. And discussion, you can automatically close comments on posts older than 14 days by checking this, or you can set the days to, 30 days. And automatically close the comments on posts older than 30 days. Or you can set this to users must be registered and logged in to comment. Comment author must fill out name and email. Attempts to notify any blogs, you want to leave that checked because any blogs that are, connected to your blog, you're connected to some of the others, they'll talk to each other. You'll get some good traffic. Allow link notifications from other blogs and allow people to submit comments on new posts. You can turn that off and stop comments from everybody, and you don't have to manually go in and set it. You can hold any comment. If you allowed comments, you could allow the comments to be put in moderation, and it would be held in a queue if it contained 2 or more links. And most of these spammers will do that. They'll put in 1 or 2 links or 3 links. So we're just going to save the changes for that right now. And go back here, click here, and go back and look at this. And now what we're going to do is click here, make sure that works. This goes to blog. I can take that page out. All right, so let's go back to pages, and we'll say, which one was I going to take out? We're going to take out the blog, weren't we? Because we really don't need that page in there. Okay, let's go back. There's home, contact us, and donate. Okay, we really don't need blog because we're on the blog, right? And it'll show all recent posts and dates and recent comments and any archives, and it'll show it by month and year. Okay, and I'm on the site admin as logged in. I can log out, and we'll explain these later in another training. Okay, let's go back here, and this is basically simple and ready to start posting, but we still want to do some customization on the colors. The background color, we're not going to change that because we've got a background picture in there. Header image, we're not going to change that. Background image, we're not going to change that. Menus, we're not going to change that. We already have a menu up there. We are going to look at the sidebar, navigation footer. We would add a widget there, so we're not going to do anything here right now. Homepage settings, we can make this a static page and select home, and it would make everything disappear, and we would have to build a static page in there. Okay, so I'm going to leave that back and let it go back to default. You could set it to post page would be over to your blog, which is actually the home page. Home page on this blog is all your posts, and then we're going to go back to latest post, and we're not going to publish that because we haven't changed anything. So I click that and say your changes will be lost if you navigate away without saving. And I'm going to say yes because I didn't want to save those changes. So we're still back to the default page. Let's go back to the dashboard. And now what I want to do is put in a chat plugin. Let's see, plugin, add new. And we're going to look for Smart Sup. We're going to install this Smart Sup live chat. And we're going to activate it. And then we have to enable auto updates. And we're going to go into the settings. And we have to create a free account. So we're going to put in, let's see, we'll say Alexander A. French at gmail.com. And we'll put in a password. Write this down. Go back and make sure I got this right. I'm going to create a free account. We're going to save that. Close this. And then we're going to get it set up. We'll log into SmartSup, and we're going to log in with it. Going to log in here on the SmartSup. Close that. And now I'm going to pick a color. And let's just pick red for right now. Continue in English. And this we'll put a picture. Save a picture of that and put his name in there as Alexander A. French. Continue. And you notice you're here for the first time. If you have any questions, don't hesitate. Okay, and we're going to say continue and insert the code to your website in order to make your live chat running. The website URL is http SaveAPet.ws. Continue, and we're going to install. Skip this. Close. Do this later. And go back to dashboard. And let's close this. And now you got a chat button. So if somebody was to come in here and you're logged into your SmartSup chat, somebody can send you a message and ask you, how do I donate to your cause? And they can press enter, or they can press on this, or just press enter. And it comes up. And if you heard that ding ding, if you're logged in, you get a notification, and it comes up and shows you the comment that was left by a visitor. How do I donate to your cause? And then you can say, you can reply back to them. Click on the donate button. And it would show your picture there. And we go back and you see where you chatted with them. Now what I'll do is I'll get over here on the other computer and I'll send a message to the chat over here from the moderator's computer, which is not logged in, but we're going to send a message to I would like to become a contributing author on your blog. Enter. And I got a notification up here from a different website, different visitor. It says, I would like to become a contributing author on your blog. And I could send them back. And what I'm going to do here real quick, I'm going to share this screen from the moderator's computer. And show you where I'll say, and that's a canned response there. We're busy at the moment. Sorry about that. Leave us your email and we will contact you as soon as possible. And I can say, leave me your email and phone number on the other computer here. And I just typed it in over here. So what you're seeing over here on the moderator's computer is the chat window. You can expand that and you see how to use that chat module. Now this may be a little confusing, you know, because I'm using two computers to do a demo. I got one as a moderator and the other one as the a live. Okay, so what we're going to do is come back over here and stop sharing on that computer. Go back over here. Don't want to remove that. We want to go back and stop sharing, go back to share screen from the primary computer and the audio and video and go back to the SaveAPet blog. And I'm going to close that. And up here, user info, more, come up here and click on this and log out of the live chat smart sub. Okay. So if you have time to sit there and answer chats, you can, you know. But most people are busy and they're not there, but they can always answer them later. They can always come back because the default message is set up to say something to that effect that, you know, we're busy at the moment. Sorry about that. Leave us your email, you know, leave your number, name, contact. We'll contact you as soon as possible. Okay. And over here, that's one of the plugins that you can use. Another one is Google Analytics. It's a little bit more complicated. I'm not going to do that because we have been on here for about an hour and 20 minutes, but we've got the basics set up. Now what we need to do is close this in the chat and we'll say yes in the chat and rate that as yes, close, and go back to log in. And we're going to log in as SaveAPet administrator and go back to appearance, customize. And we're going to go to not the menus. I think we're fine on menus. Let's go to appearance, widget menus, header, background. Okay. Here, typography, and we've got the color set to white. The A tag color, I think we need to check that as white so that it shows up. No, we don't want that. Let's go back to SaveAPet black. Let's use red. That's a little bit better. Let's try this. That's the tag. You have to kind of play around with this to see what, you know, is a good fit for you. Okay, blue. That's read more. That's not readable. And that's red. Go back to black on the comments. The H1 color, we've got it set to black. Let's check white. That was the H1 title. Put that back to red. Put that back to black. No fonts. I don't want to save that. So I'm going to back out of that. Cancel. Go up here. And we're going to theme color option. Select color. That would change the bar from green to red. We're not going to do that. Top bar section, show and hide. Show and hide. Sticky header, we're not going to do that. We're going to close this, okay? And we're going to go back to post preview, okay? So we got a little bit of work, a little bit more work to do on this. We've got the foundation set up. We need to put some more content in and then set the menus and set some more plugins. One of the guys that I watch a lot on YouTube is, you want to go over here to Tyler Moore, okay, this one right here. TYLERMOORE 2021. There are, if you click on his channel.
Hello, by the end of this video.
And you want to go to videos. And there's two that you want to watch. This one here, it runs about 1 hour and 58 minutes. He takes you step by step using a different theme, but you'll get the basics here, okay? I would start in about 25, 30 minutes into the video because he takes you through the process of getting a hosting gator account. And if you're running your website over on .ws on the GDI, you don't need that. You don't need a cPanel. We'll do a cPanel step by step, you know, with GDI. Over here, they got a booking appointment site. He's got a good video. These two videos here, excellent. 1 hour and 41 minutes, 1 hour and 58 minutes. If you've got time to watch that, you can put it on pause and go in on your website and build a website using a different theme. This is the first time I've worked with this theme here, okay? And it's going to take a little bit more than just, you know, I'm looking at 1 hour and 25 minutes now. I'm not going to keep you guys all that long. So what I'm going to do is close this other computer over here, and all right. And I'm going to log out here. So we've got the foundation of it set. Close this and go back to StreamYard and stop sharing and go back to my main screen. I do have a few minutes for questions. If anybody has questions, they can type the questions in, or if you want to come into the green room with me, you know, we can do that. I can send you an invite link and have you come in here side by side with me if you like. If you have some questions about GDI or setting it up or building a blog, the GDI account holders, what I'm going to show you here is if you log into the back office of your GDI account, you would go down here to build your website, find your website, see if it's available. They do have .ws for $10 a month. The others, website, .com, net, org, they come with a little bit higher annual maintenance fee. If you was to select a .com and say SaveAPetLife.com, it will tell you if it's available or not. It's not available, okay? Save a Dog's Life.com, and it's not available either. Okay, so let's say save poor dog's life.com, save a poor dog's life, and of course it's available. So if you were to order a .com on GDI, this is basically your cPanel back here in GDI. It's a little easier to use than a regular cPanel on a hosted account like HostGator or GoDaddy. If I bought this, it would come with $10 a month, add privacy for an extra $1 a month, okay? But the annual maintenance fee would be an extra $19. So to get this with $10 month to month, $1 for the privacy, okay? It stops identity theft and unsolicited emails and spam and unwanted telephone solicitation from spammers. So it's good to have, okay, for an extra $1 a month. So that's 11 plus 19. So your first month would be $19 for the year. 11 for the domain and privacy. That'd be a $30 charge on your card, and then you would continue, okay? If you wanted to use a .ws with domain privacy, it'd just be $10 a month plus $1. Okay, so that's just an example. Save a poor dog's life, you know, that you could get a .com and have it hosted here. Okay, so if you're on your website and you want to work with one of your websites, let's say I wanted to go in and work on US Home Workforce.ws, I could come in here and log into the back office of my website through this right here. If I wanted to come in through the back door of GDI, okay? Or if I was on the website itself, I would just go down to the login link on the meta tags and then log in without going through the back office. So the back office, you know, it's set up where you can use it kind of like a cPanel. It doesn't have the full functionality of cPanel, but you don't need it over here, and it's basically a lot easier to use. Okay, I'm going to log out of here right now, and I don't see anybody asking any questions or making any comments. And I'm going to close that and close this, and I'm going to come back over here. So if Anthony is watching this live stream video here, you can click. Let me turn the volume off. Otherwise, I hear feedback. Okay. Then, you know, if Anthony is watching this, he's kind of new to this. You would just come in here and click on that right down there and type in a comment. All right. Robert has a good comment up here. He remembers WordPress. Now, Daryl Stern did his darndest to knock it into my head, but he didn't believe me that it takes several trips through my head before something sticks. It will stick eventually, and very well too. You know, and that's the same with all of us. Okay, that's pretty much the same with all of us. We just kind of have to learn by doing. Hi again, Angie. This is Facebook user. And that, of course, is Tito, that's Hans. So what you have to do, if you are I'm going to put in StreamYard.com/Facebook down here in the comments. All right. You can see down here in the bottom of the comments on Facebook that you need to go to StreamYard.com/Facebook and give StreamYard permission to show your ID. That was Angie. Yes, I know, but that was Hans using Angie's phone. Hans is our 11-year-old nephew, her nephew. When he says Tito, he's saying uncle in Filipino. Angie wouldn't call me uncle. Hans would use his auntie's phone to text a message to me. So back over here, and that went over to okay. Get back over here. You can get to 22 comments. Okay. And that goes here. Yes. Over here. This is StreamYard.com/Facebook. I think right there will give you the capability to go over and give Facebook permission to comment. Okay. And Robert So this is my friend in Japan going to work. Okay. All right. So if we don't have any questions, it's 35 past the hour. We've been going for an hour and 35 minutes. I will go ahead and call it a night and wish you guys a good evening. Share the screen real quick here and show you one more time where we're here. Type in SaveAPet. We've logged out. And right now, we've got a little bit more work to do on this. Got a nice background. We might have to change the background, but you know, you're not going to be able to see it uncovered on a blog. So the next blog post would be coming up right under here, and it would show a synopsis or a summary of the post. It'll show the date and who posted it, which is the admin, SaveAPet, and any comments. We're going to have to change the color background on this, on the comments, and then if they wanted to read more, they click that, and it takes it over to the actual post. We can also set a featured image. Okay, so you know there's a lot of things you can do on these blogs here with this particular theme. This is kind of a new theme with me. It's the first time I've worked with it, and you know this is the first time you've probably seen it too. It's not the first time for Auntie. So anyway, we'll call it an evening, and thank you all for showing up. And I'll stop sharing the screen, and I'll say good night, and you have a good weekend, and we'll call it next time.